Next, we have Aiden.
I'm nervous. It's all right. So, the beginning of this year was really dark. I was really angry with the world, really sad. And this past summer, I spent with Grandma and spent a lot of time with her and going to church. And spent a lot of time with Lynn, and we discussed the Word every week. And me and Mason had our little Bible study. And I think that was the first step, but eventually I strayed away from the path, but there was a point where I realized I needed Christ. And so that night I prayed, and that Sunday, Guy Hammond came to speak, and he talked about how we need to walk in love and not judge people for their sins, because we're all sinners. And that night was the same thing. And then the next week, Josh talked about not conforming to the world, not living according to the world, and the same thing happened. At that night at youth group, same thing happened, and that was a sign that I needed to be better, because those were the two things that I needed to be better with. And that night I gave my life to Christ, and I know that I'm ready to live a new life.
I want to thank you guys all for being here. It's just such a blessing to be a part of people making this just huge decision to change their lives and change the directory, not just of their lives, but their future families, their children, and their grandchildren. And this is one of the things that we can point to when we go to heaven. We're going to be able to look around and see all these people who've come to faith, and you don't even realize it. You're serving in the youth group, and you're helping the little ones. And there's so many times we've had people baptized up here, and part of their testimony is, Sarah from 1965 was reading me a book in children's church, or Katie, or whoever it is. And you guys don't realize right now, you don't realize the impact you are having on people's lives. And Aiden's testimony was so great because he went through and he talked about the normal people in his life who just poured into him and poured into him. And then finally, he felt that love, not judgment. He felt that love. He already feels judged. We all feel guilt. We don't need more guilt. We just need that love. And finally, through feeling and experiencing and knowing that unconditional love, no matter whether or not he loved the Lord or he didn't, we still loved him. And that finally touched his heart, and he gave himself to the Lord. Amen?